We've done it. We've reached the end of our player card reviews, and we're on Dim Carcosa, and we're going to start by eating lead with the card Eat Lead.
This one took us like 3 hours.
Yeah, not bad. About standard. 0 cost, 2 experience, commits for a fist and a foot. It's a tactic. Fast. Play when you activate the fight ability on a firearm asset. You may spend X additional ammo tokens from that asset. When you reveal chaos tokens for this attack, reveal X additional chaos tokens. Choose one to resolve and ignore the rest.
This card's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, theoretically, if you sleight of hand a machine gun into play, you could spend 5 bullets to attack, and then the other 3 to reveal 3 additional tokens, because why not?
A common theme in our discussion and card evaluation with cards such as Will to Survive, and in the last pack, Stick to the Plan, is being able to mitigate variance in the game is very, very good, and this card does only that.
Yeah, downside is that you have to have a very high ammo weapon, or possibly some sort of ammo mule following you around with bullets.
Yeah, it also costs 2 experience. But on the upside, it costs 0, which is pretty important, I think, for playable events for Guardians.
Especially if you're blue.
Yeah, if this cost...
If you paid 6 for a gun,
you can't pay much.
You don't want to pay money for an event to use with said gun.
Yeah, I mean, everything on it reads exciting. And it's literally the payoff to the big moment that you're about to destroy something very important that you need to die, right?
I pull up these cards. I have 5 experience, and I'm yeah, these are the big fancy cards again. They probably, and I hold them I hold Lily on the Veils or whatever. I'm these cards are worth dirt. That's right.
I also feel if you have a gun, oh wait, never mind. For some reason, I had a brain fart. I'm not even going to go on this tangent.
Okay. Next card. Armor of Ardennes.
One last thing about this card.
Okay.
I think the best part about it is how you can scream "Eat lead" while you're roasting guys with your flamethrower.
Mark's confused.
He's never been the same since he came back.
Oh, this card though.
This card commits for 2 brain and 2 punch. Instead of guts and no one power rolled into 1. Takes up your body slot, which
it's also half of an unexpected courage.
Yeah.
It costs 4 and 5 experience.
Yeah, it's an item, Armor Relic. I don't know if What's Her Nuts can play this or not. It costs 5.
No, she can only play up to 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Agreed.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Strongly agree.
As a reaction, when damage is assigned to Armor of Ardennes, exhausted to cancel 1 of that damage. This is the big payoff card, I think, for the engage enemies and just walk around with them and soak damage forever build.
Yeah, this is also maybe you're thinking about buying a bulletproof vest and you're man, bulletproof vests are for chumps.
Yeah, I want...
Give me some of that Roman era armor.
Yeah, this is better.
It's pretty. This card feels pretty
sick. It can even protect you from lung cancer. You sit there with your smoking pipe and you're
it's where's the friend going with this? The person in the reviews has a good point that most Guardians can be defeated by horror, but that's not how we play Guardians at our table.
No.
Yeah.
We always pump full of liquor.
Yeah. And then also the whole idea of I have 9 health, I can take a bunch. I have at least 8 more health now, right? Because
that's so much.
Yeah.
Notable downside to this card that wasn't there when it was printed is you can't use flamethrower with it. But if you're doing this build, there's no way you had enough experience with this and flamethrower.
Not doing that. You're probably buying other weapons like, a machete.
Yeah.
That you didn't pay for because that's how that works.
Yeah, but this card is sick. I played with it. It makes you feel literally like a fucking Roman knight walking through.
This is very good with Survival Knife.
Yeah.
You can take a lot of weak attacks and you just don't actually get hurt by them, but you get to knife them back real hard.
Yeah.
And never die build.
Yeah. And it's any damage. So even if there's a treachery that just deals 1 damage, you're just nah. Eidetic Memory.
Brendan, you can talk about this one. I'll talk about the next one.
So this one it's 0. You can't play it. 3 experience, commits for a book and a foot. It's a spirit. Play Eidetic Memory as an exact copy of an insight event in any investigator's discard pile, including its resource cost. Remove that event from the game. Remove Eidetic Memory from the game instead of discarding it.
Yeah, so this card is the payoff for the insight tribal build. Is it good? Maybe.
This woman's got so many books memorized.
Nearly every powerful yellow, actually almost every yellow event in the game is an insight. And so playing this in your deck is just a massive amount of flexibility because it is pretty much a copy of every every event that you've played so far.
Also, some not good ones like Barricade.
Yes, if you happen to be playing Lola, which I know Travis is unhappy that we've brought this up already, but her unique event is
No,
also an insight.
You can have one per episode.
Well, I mean, I also
So I've burnt that bridge. We're
a
not
little
going
bit
there.
of the problem with the Lola thing, though. It says in the FAQ you can't use this card to play Sure Gamble if it's in someone else's discard pile.
Yeah, because you're not green.
I know.
Nerd. This is also a key card
Okay.
in that Minty fan build because you can use it to replay like the level 3 Barricade, which is actually good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the card, like any card, like just
No,
more cards in your
it's
deck.
just
It's
good.
Yeah, so
consistency
the
and
that weird one that you get to like go find any card in somebody's deck.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
an insight.
yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about next.
It is. Yeah,
I feel like
That's
it
a card you
should
could
commit for a
The one
brain
that's,
instead of a foot.
the one that's zero
Yeah.
cost.
Foot's
Fast draw, like a player at your location draws 3.
Yeah.
That's an insight.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 5-cost insights that you can play playing yellow.
Yeah.
If you're playing with a green character and you are not Lola Hayes, then you can use it to play a lot of their cards too. They get to play a reasonable number of insights.
I think purple gets a handful of insights as well. Yeah,
You
You
Drawn
can
the
also
Flames
use it to
insights.
like
yeah.
on this kind of stuff, like player weaknesses. I mean, player strengths that are in their
Like
discard. You can
mysteries
also
remain.
you can also cause those to
Mhm.
trigger as well.
Drawn to the Flame
It's
is
very.
one.
It can be
Drawn to
very
the flame is
powerful.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an insight.
That seems
This
good.
actually seems very good in Daisy.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
There's
play
like a
Daisy
lot of.
next
There's a lot
sometime.
of things you can do with this card.
I
bring that
really
up
like
a lot.
Daisy. I would play Daisy again. I really
It doesn't.
liked her.
It doesn't even need to be a Daisy deck. You just need to be playing a deck with someone
Yeah. It's still.
Mhm.
who's playing like those cards, right?
Yeah, I mean, excited to see more of that too because that card's just gonna get better, right, as
Mhm.
more stuff comes out.
No
No.
stone unturned. The whole
okay,
five
you go,
I wanna
you
talk
go,
about
you
this
go,
one. I'm
you
excited about this one. It's cost 2 to play, just like the other one. It commits for a wild and a book. I think the other one only costs commits for a wild.
I think so.
But anyway, so this one's fast. You can play during any triggered player window. Choose an investigator location. They search their deck for any card, put it into their hand, draw it, and shuffle their deck. This card is so good. You need anything, you just find it. It doesn't even have to be your turn. It doesn't even have to be like their turn that they're finding it. You just find whatever's missing from what you need to do now, and then you do it.
Yeah, I think the only real weak point that this card has is that you don't get to choose the card if it's somebody else's deck.
Mhm.
So you can't just be like you're drawing your weakness right
Well,
now. Fuck you.
Someone actually is saying down here
No, you
that
can use it good. Like when
yeah,
when your weaknesses
some
do
weaknesses
nothing.
do nothing. Like you could do
Right,
abandon
yeah,
alone.
no, but you don't get to pick.
You don't get
for
to
the
choose,
other
yeah.
person, so you can't be like Father Mateo. You got this.
He's a snake man.
Snake man.
But I mean, like that's
Fuck
actually a
you up.
good point. Like
It's the end of your turn. What are you gonna do?
So you can talk about it and be like, hey, you should go dig up something scary for our guardian to beat the shit
Yeah.
out of, and then like he does. Right?
wow, yeah, that's there's a
No,
lot
this
of
this card is like the
It's very
premier
good.
level 5 yellow card.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
No, pretty much my only complaint is that you can't use it to grief your fellow players as much as I'd like to be able to do.
It doesn't even cost an action.
yeah.
Yeah, if you
So good.
if you buy one of these, then for 6 experience, you can buy 2 copies of Eidetic Memory and be able to play this one other time.
You don't have to do it in their player's turn. Like maybe someone draws a bad card from their deck for a turn, and you're like, maybe we need Evils will spawn next turn. You're like, nah, go find your ward of protection, purple player. Like, it's so flexible. It does like anything you want.
Mhm.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Worth 5 experience every time.
Yeah, it's and once again, if you're
So
new to card games,
5 out of 5.
Yeah, 5 out of 5.
if you're new to card games, just imagine being able to do whatever you want when you want to
Yeah.
do it if this
And-
card's in your hand.
Yeah, what if your
two
card
resources.
was a copy of every card still in your deck, but not just your deck? It was a copy of every card still in everyone's deck, and the only difference between it and the actual card was that it cost 2 more.
And now here's the ultimate thing. Do this card, get someone to see you in hell, kill them. Get them to kill themselves. Just think of the power. Just think of the power you'd have.
It's too
Man,
much
if
power.
you could
It's too
pick,
good.
There'd be so much grief if you could pick it. Be like, yeah, here's your bell tolls. The player's like, really? And you're like,
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck you. I'm always
I don't
hated
want
you.
to draw an extra card this turn. Get out.
Sharon's Obol, the Ferryman's Pay. This is an asset that's permanent and exceptional. Costs 1 experience, so it really costs 2. When earning experience during the resolution of a scenario, if you're not defeated during that scenario, you earn 2 additional experience. If you were defeated during that scenario, you are killed. This card is cool. If you are playing a solo green character, buy this card. Who gives a shit if you lose? Just
Yeah, you just die and you're like, cool, I'll start again.
yeah, just buy it. You'll become so powerful. I did this with Finn. I bought 2 keys of yeast. I had like 50 experience by the end of the game. Just do it.
My only issue with this card is that, like, there kind of isn't a reason not to buy it ever.
Yeah.
Well, if you die,
Like, you just
That's
don't.
bad.
Like, that's never part of the plan, though.
Yeah, that's
yes,
true.
it is.
I'll see you in hell, Travis.
I'll see you in hell.
I mean, I agree with Travis. We don't buy it in our group that much because like in multiplayer there's like expectations you need to meet with the people you're playing with. So it's like being like, I don't care if I die. This is all about me, right? Like that's not how we play. But I agree. If you're playing solo and solo green and you have not bought this
So
card,
you got this Jim Culver deck. I'll play a Skids deck. First thing, buy Sharon's Obel. I'll see you in hell.
Can you imagine showing to like an Arkham Knights thing with that or whatever and just griefing everyone there?
Sir, please leave. But like, yeah, this card is so good.
I'm packing up.
yeah, no, it's cool. I know I'm gone.
And also the flavor of it's like, this is a really cool design of a card too.
Yeah. Like it's just like a little bit too good, I think, for it to be like, I like costing one more experience or something.
Yeah.
Like it's just too.
They could have just made it.
It's just too always good.
What if you could play?
They could have just made
as
it
many of them as
3.
you want?
They could have just made it 3 and still unique because then no one. You can only have one, right?
Yeah.
The exceptional is kind of weird here when they could have just made it.
Yeah.
The exceptional means that it's only level 1, which is.
That's fair. Yeah.
So
not
even
different than
more
level 2.
characters can play it. Wow.
Man, Sharon's just making fucking deals like crazy.
With anyone, yeah.
I mean, like, it does turn out pretty good for him.
Alright, next card. This is like the sleight of hand special.
This is like the best payoff for sleight of hand.
You're talking this. I just need to. No, keep going.
Lupara costs 3 to play, 3 experience to buy. Commits for a fist. It's an item, weapon, firearm, illicit. Uses 2 ammo, what with it being a double-barreled shotgun. Playing Lupara does not provoke attacks of opportunity. It's important. As an action, you can spend ammo and fight. You get +1 fist and deal +1 damage for this attack. If Lupara entered play this turn, you get an additional +1 fist and deal an additional +1 damage for this attack. So that's a total of +2 fists and a grand total of 3 damage for that attack.
Yeah, so if you sleight of hand it in play, then that turn it's awesome. But also next turn it could also be awesome if that's what you need.
As a side note, I just have to pause and go back to Sharon's Obel because I always found it weird that the art was on the cover art for the Unspeakable Oath when it was not released until the final set. Back to Lupara. That's what it's weird. I played this in my Jenny deck when I had Sleight of Hand because Bryn peer pressured me into it. And I mean, like, that, it was sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's okay. We also peer pressured Patrick into playing it in his Jenny deck with Sleight of Hand. We'll like, play this, it'll be sick. And he's like, no, just do it. And he played it. He's like, this is awesome.
Yeah. the first one we played, he had the Sleight of Hand in his deck, and he was like, this card is bullshit. Mm-hmm. And then, like, at the end of the encounter, the game made him discard his machete, and then he had to fight a bunch of guys. And he was like, I'll Sleight of Hand this machete into play.
Chop him up, and he was like, it's so good.
Just reading this card again, like, Lupara is just a sick-ass card.
It's actually quite pushed.
It's really cool.
Yes.
It's just a big pile of value.
Yeah. Because, like, you Sleight of Hand it, play it, again next turn, and you still get the value out of it.
Not a consistent weapon, but, like, very good.
Yes. It's
like
used for the big things. Yeah.
Like a lot of green cards.
Yeah. Last green card for this cycle is Cheat Death. It's an event that costs 1 to play, 5 experience to buy.
Man, I've never played with this card.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trick. It's faded. Fast. Play when you would be defeated.
Faded. That sounds cool.
Disengage from each enemy engaged with you. Discard all cards from your threat area. Heal 2 horror and 2 damage and move to any reveal location with no enemies. If this is your turn, end your turn. Remove Cheat Death from the game.
Okay, I got some real complaints about this card, and it is entirely related to the art. They could have come up with much, much cooler art for this. Like, it's just a guy with his hands kind of bloody, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's boring.
I agree.
It's not even cool.
Yeah,
they used all their art budget on Watch This.
Yeah, I can see on Lupara where, like, the drinks are flat. There's, like, a picture of the drinks behind the picture of the counter that, like, the Lupara's laying on.
This card...
So, you can play this card if you're playing whatever running woman is. Her name is. I forget.
Rita.
Sure, yeah, she's the athlete.
Yeah.
But you can play this, and you can actually run away from all of your problems.
Disengage from each enemy engaged with you. Discard it. Yeah, you can. I'm just looking at this card. I feel like it's very specific for when it's going to actually do something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when it does, it's very, very
I
good.
once
very good.
saw Travis try to talk me into letting him get himself killed fighting cultists so that he could teleport to a different space.
And you're like, I don't know if that's gonna be good. And I was like, no, it'll be
And
good.
it was like,
trust me.
okay, but like we can just kill it and then all move to that
It's
space.
like, no, just let me do it. Just let me do my thing.
I mean, I'm excited to see it in action because I've never seen
Yeah.
it played.
It costs $5.
Yeah.
I think it's a little
lot,
too niche
but-
to be good. Like
Yeah, for
the
$5?
for the quality of the exceptional cards that Green has access to.
Yeah,
it's
Green has a
pretty
lot of things that you can spend a stupid amount of experience on.
I mean, I know it's really unrealistic to have this kind of thought, but when I see this card, like, as opposed to something like I'll See You in Hell, where you choose that you're gonna die, right? Like, as a green person, your plan is always to be able to get away, right? When you're building your decks, you're like, I'm gonna solve this somehow, and I feel like this one's kind of counterintuitive to the deck building plan that you want to do.
Yeah, this
as
is
you
sort of
do.
like where everything
No, this is
everything
your
else has
backup
gone
plan.
wrong.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, like you said, a lot of your cards are like, when this situation arises, I have these are my options to get out of it. This is like when everything's gone to shit.
Yeah, and I agree.
This is my out.
I just don't want to spend 5 experience on a backup plan. Is what I like, and that's where I think this card hurts itself.
You could play it in Safina and play 4 copies of it and just keep painting worlds where you're like, this is one where I didn't die.
I was reading
That's
in
very,
the
that's pretty.
That's pretty alright,
It's
I
fun to
guess.
imagine. But
Yeah, like, is it good?
I'm
Whatever.
not sure.
and also you cannot use cheat death to avoid I'll See You in Hell. Just so everybody knows, it does not cancel it. As you can see that right down
I
there.
could have told you that.
You will still constantly be defeated. So don't try to be all tricksy with your friends, being like I'll see you in hell. Just kidding. They're like, dude, you're
No,
dead.
man.
It's actually pretty neat. If you want to spend a bunch of the experience you got from Sharon's Oval with it. Like, I'll lose, no thanks.
That's actually an
Yeah.
excellent point.
guess.
That is an excellent
Then
point.
it effectively costs 3 to put the first copy in your deck, and then
Yeah.
3 for the second one if you don't put them in at the same time.
Time Warp. Man, this card is so fun to play with.
This card's
So-
sick.
It costs 1, 2 experience, spell, and a paradox. Fast. Play immediately after an investigator at your location finishes resolving an action during his or her turn. Undo that action. That means returning the game to the state exactly as it was before that action was performed, including that action's cost.
So this card and the next one are, again, I think they're both very, very good for similar reasons that have been discussed, in that they reduce the variance that the game forces on you. You try something and you fail, and then you try again.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, you just don't.
And
You don't even have to, like, so, like, you can, if you, for example, did a test and you committed guts to it and then you drew your bell tolls, you can play this after even if you succeed and just be like, yeah, he's alive. That didn't happen.
Yeah, Bell Tolls is the top card of my deck, but
Yeah.
like,
But yeah, it's pretty bad place to be, but still, like, you
but then you
have
can actually get
options.
value out
Yeah.
of the rest of your turn, right?
Yeah. Like, this is it's a very flexible card. It's
And it feels fun as a player to play, being like, no.
yeah, we're gonna rewind time. We're gonna try that again.
Yeah.
No, it's really cool. It's cool. It's a fun card. This is actually might be one of my favorite designs for cards. It just kind of like hits all those marks. Like, it's conducive to multiplayer play. It can make for good stories when you're playing. It's fun
You
and it's
can-
good.
shoot a secretary.
And then
Twice.
Hold on, 3 bullets in the mid. I'll try that again. Oh, whoops. This will
Who
happen
would've
6
figured
times
that?
in a row.
Fucking Seal the Elder Sign. Seal of the Elder Sign, sorry.
Man, this card is
Yeah.
also so good.
So, cost 5 experience, it's a skill, commits for a while. Do not reveal Chaos Token. It's a spell and expert. Do not reveal Chaos Tokens for the Chaos Bag for this test. Treat the Chaos Token revealed as if it was the holy blue symbol. When this test ends, remove Seal of the Elder Sign from the game.
Again, some of your location
Yep.
tries to do something, you just
Just do it.
do it.
Better.
And there's usually upside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're Rex, in which case maybe you just don't do it
Yeah,
because
maybe.
you're an asshole.
Can you imagine? It's like, no, Rex, like here you go, Rex, you failed. And you're like, I'll fail and draw cards. It's like, you fuck!
No, but this card is. It's just so. It's kind of like a big combo enabler too.
Mm-hmm.
With
Yeah,
things
you've got,
like double or nothing.
yeah,
you
you've
can
got your
just be
double or
like,
nothing
I'll
turn.
just do it.
And
Yep.
the game's like, oh, difficulty on this is 8, and you got to draw a chaos token. You're like, nah, I don't. It's good.
It's a very flavorful card as well, in that like you can just. It lets you just like straight up say no to the game.
Yep.
Sometimes
And-
that feels really good.
It also has this nice thing where it's actually good no matter what. Like, if you're like,
Yeah.
this is a really important test, or it's just like, I need this to keep the game going.
This
Unless
is a very
you're playing with
safe thing to
Daisy
put your
Walker.
5 experience into.
In which case, sometimes you like commit it to her test, and she's like, "Fuck you, now I fail,"
Yeah. 'Cause-
and you're like, "I know."
thanks.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's true. She's number of tomes in play, right?
Yeah. But no, this it's just
or
really
if she
good.
has like her weakness, right? Her weakness is like if she draws the blue shit, it's the
Yeah,
red shit
yeah.
instead.
It's one of my favorite purple cards, and just being able to like, just the flavor of it, like your investigator calls on power higher than whatever old one you're fighting, and it's like no, like we're doing this.
And then after following this incredibly over-the-top Seal of the Elder Sign expert
We got a
spell,
fucking red card.
we got newspaper level 2.
Oh, that is a newspaper
Although,
with
like,
the big print font.
you know,
So it costs
yeah.
1.
This is
It's
like
an
the
asset.
senior citizens.
Commits for 2 books, so that's nice. It could cost a hand slot. You get plus 2 books while investigating if you have no clues. When you would discover a clue, 1 or more clues of your location. If you have no clues, discover an additional clue.
That's
Basically,
very good.
this card's actually
Yeah.
very good.
Very good. Yeah, it's on the power level of these, like not like the purple card of Seal the Elder Sign,
Yeah,
but it's
no.
still
Not
very
those
high
5
power
level ones, but it's still very good.
Yeah, it's still very.
Yeah.
Never upset to see this.
Yeah. No, this is
If you're playing Yorick, you can commit it to your test and then like go find that cultist and be like, "Give me your newspaper, old man."
Yorick, that's just an old man. I know.
Like, I know, but I need his paper. He's like, "You can take the paper," and you're like, "God."
There's not. I mean, like, and the thing is, as the red character, you're not getting all the clues. You just need to pick
Just
up a
some.
few odds and ends, right? And this makes it so that you
You
get
do
plus
it.
2 and you get
Odds and
2.
ends is a very good way to describe red characters.
Yeah.
You do you do it faster and better, and
But like not as good consistently.
Yeah.
Infighting is the
Scary
last
fucking art.
red card, yeah. 1 to play, costs 3 experience, comes for 2 books and 2 feet. Wow, that's a lot of symbols. It's a trick. When do you guys think we'll get a character who does tricks?
that's the athlete.
Oh, really?
The athlete's red cards and tricks.
Okay, that's lame.
Yeah.
I was hoping this could be Dexter Drake, the magician.
Brendan,
No,
are you gonna play
yeah.
Dexter Drake when he comes out?
Fast. Play after the new
I
phase
hope
begins.
you can play Terrence Oval, and I'll see you in hell.
Cancel all attacks made by non-elite enemies against you this phase. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, this card is actually Skid's unique asset.
Wow.
His unique card. That's only his cost none.
I'll be honest,
commits for
that
better
kind
symbols.
of that lowers my opinion of this card quite a bit. Because Kid's unique thing isn't that great.
I also don't think this card's that great.
Yeah, like just reading it, I'll be honest, I can't ever see myself buying this.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do with it? You're like engaged with 1,000 guys, and you're gonna run away. You're gonna run away.
This is like the-
you didn't need
Maybe in the
this.
Read a Young deck where you evade 3 guys, you'll 1 damage them, and then like they'll engage you in the next turn. You're like, no.
Yeah,
you
like
don't
this is for
engage
this
some
not
garbage.
without a fight build, right? Where it's like you need multiple enemies engaged
Yeah,
with you.
maybe.
Yeah,
So
I
like
don't-
you do all these things
That's
and you're
definitely
like,
not there yet.
no, it's definitely not.
Yeah, I don't think that's good though.
Right now,
Yeah.
we're gonna say
oops deck.
we're gonna say no.
No, don't.
Oops, deck, bro. This one's not there
play
yet. This one's not
Yeah,
there.
don't play Oops. It's not good.
Have you guys seen upgraded Oops for the
Yeah, it's
return
kind of
to?
neat.
It looks better, but
And
that's
then
not hard.
the last card from this cycle is too good, and
Yeah, Travis
Like-
is just gonna tear it up right now.
fuck you, Justin. Seriously, though, like we've made an agreement not to play with this card in our group. Not like it's so good.
Yeah. So what it does?
It's ridiculously good.
Key of Use. It's unique, 3 cost, 5 experience. It's an asset. Takes up the necklace slot. Has 4 brain power. Commits for a brain and a wild. It's an item and a relic. You get +1 to each of your skills for each horror on Key of Use. Force. When any amount of horror will be placed on you, place 1 of that horror on Key of Use. Force. When the Key of Use leaves play, discard the top 10 cards of your deck. Of note, before we go into this, you literally means just your investigator card.
Yeah. So if you have like Mr. Potterson, or the big man on campus,
Yeah. Or
or Madame LeBron,
Or like anything.
Any-
or actually anything.
Yeah, they can soak down.
if the person next to you
Yeah.
has
Has
father.
Brother Xavier.
Yeah, Brother
like,
Xavier.
whatever.
This card does also soak direct damage, I believe. I think.
Yeah, because it's a big player.
That being said, like we don't play with this card, not strictly because of its power level, but also it creates like a very unfun power dynamic where the game is only about 1 player, whoever
Mhm.
has the key of use,
Yeah.
because they're just the best at everything.
That being said, this card would be insane on Calvin,
Mm-hmm.
because you can use it to soak direct horror, so you can actually just sit at 1
Mhm.
and never be worried
Have,
about
like,
that.
9s across
Yeah,
the
and you're
board or
you're just
whatever.
like, I do everything. I'm
yeah.
a god.
No, that's why it's
Yeah.
not fun. It's
Yeah.
just
No,
it makes the game
yeah.
about 1 person always.
There are a lot of characters that this is good on, and that's because it's like all of them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's every skill.
Yep.
Like, what character doesn't use their skills?
Yeah.
Lola sometimes.
Yeah, if you're trying to
It's pretty
win
shit.
and like you sit down and that's all you want to do, like
Yeah.
play this card.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, then if you're looking to have a good time, like I would consider not playing with it.
Yeah. I also feel like reasonably this card should have been exceptional with like maybe a 4 experience
Exceptional
cost.
and 5. Just
Yeah.
you want to pay
I mean,
10,
like,
you can.
Even
fuck it.
then, like it's
Or even like limit 1 per deck or something like that.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's just too good. And I mean, like, this is a card review thing, and it's very good, but like too good. Like this card is like dangerous to the health of the like.
Yeah,
the game.
this is like Rex good.
If Key of Use was like 1 meat health and like 3 sanity,
Yeah.
then it's starting to look like more balanced, or even just 3 sanity.
Yeah. Like no, it's just
If it never had the possibility to give you +3 to all your stats, like +2 is really strong, but you're paying 5. You expect the card to be really strong.
Yeah, like +2 is pretty fair, but
Yeah, like +2,
But plus
and it
3
can
at its
die if
peak
you
level.
take any.
like the one time I played this,
Alright.
isn't that Carol and the
Alright.
Fern deck for our Carcosa adventure, and like I had the potential to have +4 to all my stats between the Key of Use and my cat.
Yeah.
And like it was just like, why are there other players here?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
they're actually just making the game more difficult for me. Like
They're
actively detrimental to me winning the game.
No. And with that, we are done the player card reviews for Path to Carcosa. So thank you for everyone who watched these. And
We
So-
promise there won't be as big a gap. for
yeah, I was
the
gonna
next
say
ones.
this time next year we'll do Forgotten Age. I mean, we played with a lot of Forgotten Age cards. There was a lot of good stuff
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
that
no,
really
we've already covered most of them, so I think we can probably do them in the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah, maybe
hopefully.
do a few more
I wouldn't
desk
mind
teching.
running the campaign
Yeah.
one more time.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for watching.